Well, Happy New Year, everybody. I hope 2024 is treating you well so far. I just wanted to blast out a quick video today about Warhammer Fantasy Bretonnian Battle Pilgrims, since I am a big fan of these crazy sculpts, and against all odds, they're being re-released, which is frankly amazing. So it is not at all unusual for a popular character, franchise, or brand to emerge from retirement and give its fanbase a shot of sweet, sweet nostalgia. Perhaps the new incarnation is not exactly what it was before, but if it's a reasonable facsimile and people get a kick out of it, then what the heck. Such is the case with Warhammer Fantasy, which arrived on the scene in 1983 and continued in various editions for more than 3 decades, before it was finally and brutally retired in 2015 to make room for Age of Sigmar, which arguably has more in common with Warhammer 40k than it does with Warhammer Fantasy. Plus, the move left the Warhammer universe without a rank-and-flank miniatures game, which I suppose was good news for Kings of War and the like. But as you've no doubt heard, Games Workshop is now back in the rank-and-flank business after 8.5 years with the upcoming release of Warhammer The Old World, which allows them pretty much to have their cake and eat it too, since Age of Sigmar is still going strong. The launch of The Old World is spearheaded with not one but 2 box sets featuring 2 beloved but up until recently out-of-production factions, Bretonnia and the Tomb Kings. Now, full disclosure, I'm not going to be buying into either of the Old World box sets, at least I don't think so, because it seems like a pretty steep climb and I'm not ready for that level of commitment. But what I am interested in are some of the Warhammer Fantasy re-releases that are tagging along with Warhammer The Old World. Namely, the Bretonnian Men-at-Arms plastic kit featured here, which seems like it would have a lot of utility. Here's a GW catalog page from 2004-2005 showing the old-style sprues with all those plastic parts. So assuming that the re-release uses the same sprues as the original release, and I can't see why it wouldn't, this would probably be a really good box to have, especially if you like swapping out parts and converting. Also, they're apparently going to be re-releasing the plastic peasant bowmen from the days of yore in a box set that includes 32 archers, command group components, and even some defensive stakes. So depending on the price, and I hope they're not too expensive, I'm really tempted to pick up a box of each of these and use them for the core of a Bretonnian-themed Mordheim warband, or maybe for some Arthurian-themed games like Song of Arthur and Merlin from Ganesha Games, which is written by Daniel Mersey, who you may know as the author of Lion Rampant, Dragon Rampant, Xenos Rampant, etc. Here is a closer look at some of the peasant archers, along with a couple of the older Bretonnian archers, at least I think that's what they are. So along with the men-at-arms and the archers, GW is also resurrecting the fanatical Bretonnian battle pilgrims. Here is another catalog shot from 2004-2005. These are metal sculpts with metal shields, so not so easy to convert, but regardless, they are really great classic figures that I never expected to see again, at least not new in box. Anyway, battle pilgrims are basically Grail Knight groupies who follow Grail Knights around, collecting any discarded gear or supplies they leave behind. And if a knight should tragically fall in battle, the pilgrims scoop up his remains, adorn it with trinkets, and then wheel him around in a little cart like a religious relic. Here's a group of 3rd or 4th hand battle pilgrims I picked up a while back. Buying used minis is always interesting because these guys are really well painted, but they haven't been based and they're all missing their metal battle pilgrim shields. Which really isn't a big deal because I have a bunch of old plastic GW shields in the bits box. I just wonder where all the original shields went. Anyway, I think these sculpts have a lot of character and a lot of potential. You could use them for zealots in a Mordheim Witch Hunter warband, especially for one with a Bretonnian type theme. Or you could recreate the Viking attack on Lindisfarne, pitting some horned chaos warriors against a horde of zealot monks. And if you're comfortable converting metal, maybe the battle pilgrims could become part of a Warhammer 40k Inquisitor's retinue, or a band of old-school Necromunda redemptionists. Alright, so I guess I'll have to wait and see how much it costs to nab a box of battle pilgrims, peasant archers, and men-at-arms, and if collectively that doesn't break the bank, then I should have plenty of recruits for a Bretonnian Mordheim warband or some Arthurian-type adventures. Okay, I guess that's a wrap on our quick look at some upcoming classic Bretonnian re-releases that Games Workshop is putting out as part of Warhammer The Old World. As I said, I like these crazy old pilgrims quite a lot, but let me know what you think in the comment section about pilgrims, men-at-arms, archers, or anything else Bretonnian. Thanks as always for stopping by today. We'll be back soon with some more tabletop wargaming goodness, maybe involving Bretonnians. But until then, be careful out there, try to sneak in a game if you can, and we'll catch you next time.